Welcome to the Education and Inclusive Engagement Task Team Forum, and our topic today is Pathways to Trail Leadership. We're really excited to have three wonderful speakers who are going to share their experience with youth education programs grounded in trails and how it's led to their careers and volunteer work in the trails arena. This forum is hosted by the Education and Inclusive Engagement Task Team of the World Trails Network. We're a group that focuses on the potential of trails-based education to grow the rising generation of leaders and to pull all voices into trails work. Our projects include the Ambassadors program, which is a group of youth ambassadors. You're going to hear from one of them today, who have made it their business to learn more about how to manage trails and how to steward trails and how to continue to take that work forward into their own communities and into the trails that are near them. We also have the Indigenous Ways program, which pulls Indigenous trails leaders, trail makers, and trail stewards together in conversation to work together to ensure that Indigenous leaders are present in designing and shaping trails that work for everybody. And we identify and highlight promising practices in place-based education, and that's what we're doing today. So we're happy to have you here. I'm going to turn this over to Tatla to talk about the idea for this forum.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our third forum, and we're glad you are participating with us. The idea of this forum, it's about custom design trade-based education programs which offer experience and inspiration to youth from all backgrounds and from all villages and education background, encouraging them to become actively involved in trails, being a stewardship or leadership as volunteers or in their career. Some of them, they become involved in environment because of this program, based education program. So yes, now we have three speakers from Taiwan, Cameroon, and Lebanon. They will talk about their experience with the youth education program.
Thanks. And I realized that I should have introduced all of us. I'm Delia Clark, and I co-chair the Education and Inclusive Engagement Task Team along with Tatla Kuiri, who you just heard from, and Julie Judkins. And we're really excited to welcome you here. Julie.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Julie Judkins, and I am going to show you this awesome map that we use to kind of visualize, and that's what we're doing right now, right? Is the map?
Yeah.
Yes.
I realized maybe I was supposed to be just introducing myself.
Nope.
So it's a fun tool that we use to show how many people have dialed in for our forums and where everybody's dialing in from. And it gives you an opportunity to share a little bit about yourself, your project, your country, or your community. I'm gonna walk you through how to make a post, and then I'll share the link. Sorry. So this is the Padlet. And it's really easy. There's a pink plus button down at the bottom, and you just hit the plus button and type in your community. I'm dialing in from Asheville, North Carolina, and then it'll give you an opportunity to put a link or a picture, but you definitely want to put your name so we know who you are. And there you have it. And I will share the link now, so we can get everybody's communities on our map. And we'll just give it 1 minute. And I'll share it one more time with my screen. Had folks from Ontario, Azerbaijan, Scotland, Jamaica, Cameroon, Perth. So it's pretty exciting. Thank you for doing that exercise with us. And now we can move into introducing our speakers. Okay.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, I am so honored to introduce Brian Akom, and he is a passionate, as Delia mentioned, a World Trails Ambassador with the World Trails Network. And he also promotes environmental education among young people and in communities. So he has co-founded a youth group called Earthlight Ambassadors, and currently he serves, oh, I already said that. He serves as an ambassador for the World Trails Network, but also is the volunteer coordinator at Green Cameroon. Brian, we're so excited to hear from you this morning. It's morning for me.
Thank you, Kelly. I'm so glad to be on this call with you all. And of course, my work as an ambassador for the network has been inspired by your work, especially when I attended the communities and towns, during the UPG Sustainability Leadership Training in the class Communities and Towns, where you shared your passion for trails and Just Trails and World Trails Network. So that got me really interested to apply for the ambassadorship. So,
oh, right. I'm sharing my screen. Apologies.
Yes, please.
Hey, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Awesome.
Great.
Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, so my work is focused on promoting environmental education among young people and in Cameroon schools. So this started at a very young age because I was born and raised by teachers. I think that explains my passion in the field of environmental education. I believe that we have lived today and tomorrow belongs to the younger generation. So what they see, what they learn has a huge influence on what they practice and what they'll become. So it's up to us to make that happen. I really think that education is one way to get young people interested in conservation and trail promotion. Next slide, please. So I'm one of 6 ambassadors of the network from 6 different countries: Cameroon, Lebanon, France, Canada, Brazil, and Azerbaijan. We're all doing an amazing work as far as trail is concerned. So I would like to use this opportunity to thank organizations and people who are supporting the ambassadorship project. It is because of you that people like myself and other ambassadors feel empowered to take action for trails in their respective countries. Thank you. And I encourage us to keep the momentum for the conference in Australia, as we need more ambassadors on board. I know that we can do this. Next slide, please. So I first heard about World Trails Network in one of the classes led by Julie Jenkins at UPG Sustainability Leadership Training in 2024. One of the classes, Communities and Cities. So her passion for her work at Just Trails and World Trails Network really got me interested. So I applied to be an ambassador. Unfortunately, I could not make it to the conference because of visa restrictions, but despite this setback, it became my biggest motivation to make the most out of my ambassadorship, and we are here today. Next slide, please. So I use mural painting through mural painting in schools and school talks, educational workshops, and outdoor education programs, and promoting environmental literacy. I really feel that when we get young people involved, then the change that we seek for our environment becomes feasible. In Cameroon, for instance, the problems that our environment is facing is not only as a result of poor implementation of policies, but also as a result of behavioral patterns that have existed for a very long time. So I feel like education is one way to offset the mindset that allows people to act without having the knowledge that, okay, the actions are having a negative impact on the environment. Next slide, please. So through workshops and outdoor education programs, I am promoting trail education in Cameroon. The idea is not to completely sway any young person from a chosen path, but to add purpose to it. If we have artists, geologists, teachers, journalists who are advocating for trails and for the environment, then it makes the movement fun and exciting. For those who aspire to become journalists, I tell them it makes more sense to think about environmental journalism because by raising awareness, you're contributing to the solutions to the problems that are facing our planet. So it's not to say you cannot be a journalist and be an advocate for the planet or for trails. You can do all of that. So that's what I tell them each time we meet at these workshops and outdoor education programs. Next slide, please.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I think it's faster. You have to go backwards a bit.
It looks like it might have, did it have a video or something that's not?
All right, is it okay if I start sharing mine?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where I ended. So during this workshop, I always screen documentaries, and we have people who can make fun. It's a youth program, so it's a must to make it lively for them to be engaged. So last April, I organized the Trail Education and Exploration event at the Limbe Botanical Garden. Activities were designed in such a way that they inspire curiosity in the minds of the learners and groom skills necessary to make them think about careers in trail and environmental conservation. With the help of a botanist and a professional photographer, we did a plant identification, and then we had nature photography session. We also walked the trails to the garden, and we had a discussion amongst ourselves, make them just connect with nature and see how important it is. So it's more like taking education away from the classroom to the outdoor.
Nice.
So at the garden, I told them you can be the best in any career path that you choose for yourself if you start early, and you just have to be serious. So they took it seriously, and they actually promised me to be the best. I was amazed by how serious they were throughout the program. Some of them were very glued to the camera, trying to master all the functions and, trying to master the functions. And most of the pictures that they took were taken by themselves, especially the pictures on the rocky coast. Others took along with them plant specimens to teach their siblings of what they've learned. So all this, by seeing this, it makes me happy, and it gives me a sense of fulfillment in the work that I do. So exploring nature allows young people to develop their questioning skills and gain awareness. Walking on a trail and identifying plants exercise their observation skills and ability to notice details on the trail. Taking photographs enhance their creativity and allows artistic expression of what they see in the outdoors. Collaborating with peers during outdoor activities promotes teamwork and social skills. Listening to birds sing, watching butterflies, listening to the rhythm of the ocean builds resilience and emotional connection and emotional resilience. So all these are what makes them curious to think about careers related to trail conservation and environmental conservation. And of course, when you get to the outdoors and then you experience this firsthand, get connected with nature, you know, it hits differently than when you are taught about it in a classroom. So I think the living world is of personal worth to the learner. So I'll end my presentation with this few words. Getting young people involved in nature protection is not just about today. It's about building a sustainable future. When we engage them early, we help instill lifelong habits to caring for our planet. These experiences help shape their values and influence their choices for years to come. I know that we can do this. And I would recommend that every tax team of the network should have an educational component in their programs. So yeah, I thank you for your keen attention. And yeah, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Brian.
so much.
Oh,
I would welcome any questions you have.
Great, thank you. I'm so glad that you shared that. And I think what we'll do is save, unless someone has an immediate question top of mind, we might save the questions for the end to ask all three of you together. But I don't want to cut anybody off if you had a question you wanted to ask. That was so helpful, Brian. Thank you a million. And what I think we'll do is go right on to our next presenter, Tania. And Tatla, you're going to introduce her, right? Thanks.
so Tania Ballan, she's from Lebanon. She used to be a scout girl, which has enhanced her passion about nature. She used to serve as the ecotourism manager at the Association for the Protection of Jabal Musa, and she used to be a local guide. She's now a local guide at Lebanon Mountain Trail, and she founded ExploraLB, which is a ecotour agency that leads sustainable tourism, special for kids and for physically challenged kids. She also do specialized outing for people with disability and visually impaired guests. So Tania, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be attending today, and I'm sharing the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, put it on full screen. Yeah.
Okay. So hello everyone. As Ta'la said, I will start by talking a little bit about me. I'm Tania Ballan, and I'm the founder of ExploraLB, the ecotour agency. And basically, I'm a nature lover, and I'm from Lebanon, as you see. So from scouting to ecotourism, my passion is to guide, together with Explora's team, our guests through Lebanon's stunning landscape. So since my childhood, nature has been my playground. And as a scout girl, it was like every summer we used to be doing camping, doing like walks for several days. And this is kind of my passion. So at a time when the smartphones and screens didn't even exist, so nature and the outdoors was our like playgrounds. So as well as I'm a Red Cross volunteer for more than 3 years in disaster management unit. ExploraLB means explore Lebanon, or also Elbe in Arabic means my heart. So it's a passion story about the outdoors, about the trails, about the experiences, and getting to know more about the hidden and the cultural aspect in Lebanon. So our guests can discover Lebanon rich fauna, flora, and get to know more about the richness and how to preserve and protect the environmental and conserve. So we usually do experiences that are nature-based with cultural also aspect. The trails that we walk are accessible more or less for everyone. So we go from the easy, moderate, and challenging, and we can do several days in a row. Here, this is one of the experiences that we do with kids and students coming from schools to get to know more all about the bees. They can go and discover all the aspects and even try the tools and learn about this work, the importance of the bees in nature. And also we end up by doing a honey tasting. We also have a special thing that we do that comes from the heart, and we volunteer sometimes to make this happen. So we received the Lebanese Down Syndrome Association family. It was their first hike ever. And we went in May 2025 in a nature reserve, and we hiked. So our goal is to make sure that nature belongs to all. And we aim to make people with special needs join our hikes, connect with the outdoors, and enjoy its healing benefits. This is also a picture while hiking, and we see in the background the Cedrus libani. It's a very important tree that we have on our Lebanese flag. This is also a picture about the special hike that we did, and it was a challenging hike. We ended up by singing and dancing and enjoying all together. So with ExploraLB, schools also joined us on educational hikes for all ages. So we do from the youngest students to teens, and our outings go beyond learning about nature. We make them connect with the local community and experience having food prepared by local ladies. We do awareness outings as well, so we can see the rock hyrax, that is an endangered mammal. They can get to know more about his life and how to protect the animals that are endangered. Also like insects, and they get to know more about nature. It's a hike with St. Joseph School students. We ended up at Ta'la. Ta'la is the founder of Washtahi, and she explains to us when we visit the importance of the plants. We do essential oils. We do all kinds of crafts that are really important. I will happily share with you a feedback that we got from a school lately. So it's in French, but I'll translate it. So the students were very satisfied, and the experience was very rich. And they are looking forward to doing more outings with us in the nearby future. The ladies that are preparing the manouche, it's a Lebanese pizza with wild thyme on the wood fire. So at ExploraLB, we believe in the power of learning through discovery. So together with our team and in collaboration with local artisans, we create hand-on educational experiences from traditional crafts such as the lebede. The lebede is a very important craft that is endangered. It's a Phoenician hat, so it's really from the Phoenician period, and it is made from wool, olive oil soap, and water. So when the kids come, they can get the chance to explore, create, and connect with our heritage. So these moments of discovery may one day, hopefully, inspire them to preserve these crafts and perhaps turn them into their future careers. We can see in this first picture, 2 tour operators coming from Italy and experiencing the hands-on lebbede making. So the lebbede used to be weared in the high mountains of Lebanon during winter time. The second picture shows us a family enjoying quality time and doing the olive oil soap that is traditional to Lebanon. At ExploraLB, we will happily continue to attend the trainings with the LMT, Lebanon Mountain Trail Association, and also other collaborators, so we can welcome more people with special needs. So our goal here is to help everyone enjoy nature, experience the outdoor, and discover its many benefits. We can see an outing that we did with the Joëlette. It's a special wheelchair that is specially made to access the trails. In the second picture, it was a training given in Jabal Musa UNESCO Biosphere Reserve from our friends that came all the way from Valencia, Spain. These pictures are very special to me because it happened last Saturday, last weekend. We can see Ren and Randa on the mini Joëlette, and we were in the north of Lebanon in Tanourin Reserve. We also enjoyed the hike with a young lady that is visually impaired, and we used the directional bar. 2 guides are assisting her to discover and be in the outdoors. Of course, we explain about the fauna, the flora, the cultural also aspect of the place. We can see Cedra and her brother Noah, and also the lady that is touching for the first time the Cedrus libani. So I thank you for your time, and I wish you a lot of success and happy trails always. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tania. That was fabulous. I
Thank
have
you.
so many questions, but I think
Cool.
we'll save them so we can have the questions at the end. That was just really good. And I think what we'll
Thank
do is
you.
go directly to our third and last speaker. And then if you've been thinking about questions, we can take some at the end. So it's my great pleasure to introduce Brian Shixuan Lee. He's the former president of the Trail Action Club at National Taiwan University, which is called NTU. And that's the largest environmental conservation club at the university. They're also the only trail conservation-oriented university club in Taiwan, and they cooperate with the Taiwan 1,000 Miles Trail Association to promote environmental education, ecotourism, and trail stewardship in the higher education system of Taiwan. So Brian, we're really excited that you're here, and we'll turn it over to you.
All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So hi everyone, I'm Brian Lee, and today I'll present to you on the topic trail education and student action in the Taiwan higher education system. All right, so a little bit about me. I'm currently a 4th-year student studying at National Taiwan University with a major in geography and minor in forestry and resource conservation. Over the past year, I have also studied at UC Berkeley as a visiting student, and previously, I served as the president for the National Taiwan University Trail Action Club, and currently I'm a corporate sustainability consultant intern. So this is the contents page. Okay, a little bit about Taiwan if you're not familiar with this. We're an island nation in East Asia situated on the Tropic of Cancer, so a pretty warm climate. We're slightly larger than the state of Maryland, but we're very mountainous with over 250 peaks over 3,000 meters or 10,000 feet. And So according to my observation, until now, still very few universities in Taiwan offer structured trail-based education opportunities. So in my view, there's quite a large gap in experiential environmental education, and advocacy for sustainable development in Taiwan has not been matched by real-world action. And how it all started was during the early 2010s, a field course in our school included eco-craft trail work, so building trails as part of the course at this farm in the mountains of Taiwan. And students from the course, they found building trails very interesting, so they cooperated with the Taiwan 1,000 Miles Trail Association and founded our club. So about us, we're the first and still the only university club in Taiwan that focuses on trail conservation. And over the past years, we have grew steadily and became the largest environmental conservation club in NTU. We have maintained our membership at around 75 to 110 members. And our membership composition is extremely diverse, with students from over 50 different departments, ranging from freshmen all the way to PhDs. And I'm very proud to share with you that over 20% of our members are international and exchange students from over 10 countries and 4 continents. And while I was serving as the president, I really focused on engagement and inclusivity strategies. We posted high quality bilingual promotional posts, and we targeted outreach and provided reserved seats for international students, facilitating diversity and cultural exchange. Because as an exchange student myself, I clearly know how hard it may be for an international student to get into a club. Also on the financial side, we have lots of expenses when we go on craft trail working holidays. So I apply for lots of different grants and subsidies, including from the university, from corporate ESG programs, and also from the government. All this to minimize the financial burden on our participating students. And just to give you an idea, our membership is around $16 per semester, and the 5-day Eco-Craft Trail working holiday here is around $200. So the most important part is about our education program. It's separated into 3 main stages. The first one is the indoor trail studies lecture. So this is just a really basic introduction to trail conservation and eco-craft trail techniques. This is to motivate students to identify what's wrong with current trail construction methods, like using concrete or other unsustainable materials. And we prompt students to think how eco-friendly trail construction could try and mitigate these problems. Stage 2 is the 1-day eco-craft trail workshop that we host during the semester. It's located, usually hosted near our campus in Taipei. And there, our students can learn basic construction methods under the guidance of very experienced trail masters from the association. And finally, what our members are always anticipating during the semester is the 5-day Eco-Craft Trail working holiday. So at the end of each semester, we travel to the Highland Experimental Farm. Is this beautiful, beautiful place in Taiwan's Central Mountain Range at an elevation of around 2,000 meters, and it's surrounded by peaks over 3,000 meters. And this is stage 3. So during the 5 days there, we only spend around 1.5 days building trails, and we implement these eco-friendly trail construction methods that we learned during the semester. And we use local materials such as Japanese cedar, a really common tree type in the mountains of Taiwan, and also the metamorphic rock in the Central Mountain Ranges, mainly slate. So we use these local materials and simple tools and fix the trails under assistance from experienced trail masters. And apart from eco-craft trails, we also host an ecotourism program, which are 1 to 2 day treks on Taiwan's national greenways and trails, aiming to promote a more sustainable tourism model. So you can see all these beautiful places that travel to with students from Denmark, from Norway, from the US, from all around the world. And about the outcomes of our education program. So definitely includes positive impacts both on students and the environment. So our students, we encourage critical thinking regarding environmental issues, and we try to instill a sense of stewardship and responsibility. Also, we work alongside these very experienced trail masters. So this is a form of intergenerational teamwork, and apart from passing down trail construction techniques, they also teach a lot of about life in general. And for a lot of students like me, I major in geography, and other students some major in civil engineering. For us, it actually connects our academic learning with real world practice. And for almost everyone, it's a really stress relieving break from heavy coursework during the semester. So because it's always hosted after finals week. And on the other hand, there's the positive impacts on the environment. We reduce human impacts on natural areas, so we avoid using materials brought in from outside. And it also enhances the visitor experience because we create these easy to access trails while maintaining long-term conservation outcomes. So you can see this one is the photo before we built the trail. So we built a new trail, which is less steep than this original one right here. And about me, so how trail-based education has influenced my path. I joined the club back in 2022 when I was just a freshman, and right now I'm in my 4th year. And it definitely impacted me in 3 main ways. So first, it inspired my interest in sustainability research and careers. I realized that environmental sustainability is not just a theory, so it requires hands-on management and community involvement. This marked my desire to pursue a career in sustainability and ESG, where I could connect my environmental values with professional practice. And second, it shaped my approach to volunteer work. Serving as club president taught me about planning, safety, and mobilizing diverse groups of students. And volunteering actually shifted into a core part of my identity and leadership practice, which is something that I continue today. And finally, through this, I built confidence in connecting local actions to global networks. Working with the association and our international students show me that local student efforts can link into larger national conservation goals. Over the years in club, I have participated in events such as the Asia Trails Conference in 2022, where I realized that local actions can actually matter on a global stage. And finally, I have some messages for higher education. So I believe that trails are definitely powerful living classrooms, and embedding experiential environmental stewardship in universities can undoubtedly help shape lifelong values. And on the other hand, for the global community, I believe that Taiwan's model is an example of long-term student-NGO partnership. And most importantly, student-driven trail-based education can succeed and can operate sustainably beyond school-imposed programs. All right, that's my presentation for today, and looking forward to connect with you. I'm also open to internship opportunities. Thank you.
Good to know.
Yeah. You need to share with me. We need to take. You need to share with us your presentation. All of you, Tania, Brian, and Brian, please, because it's very inspiring, and maybe for a future collaboration, I don't know. We will see.
Oh, good. Thank
Yeah,
you
it's
so
very
much.
inspiring.
I have a question for all 3 of you. I was hoping maybe we could just hear from you each in turn, maybe start in the same order you presented. So Brian and Ekuri, we could start with you. My question is, when you were a child, when you were a kid, is there something that happened in your family, in your clubs, maybe with your friend group or at school that made you go in this direction? Like what made you want to get outside and start doing this kind of work before you became the youth leaders that you are now. So Brian Ekuri, what was it like in your childhood?
Thank you, Delia. For me, I think it all started from the work that my parents do. They both worked as teachers in Akwaya subdivision, where I'm from, and the subdivision is made of 99 villages, all connected by a network of trails. So moving from one locality to the next, that's from our place of residence to where they work, we use a trail. So yeah, from Kajifu, where we stayed for some time, to where my mother worked in Bodam, is about 9 miles, and we have to walk for 9 miles to get to that. So I think all of that kind of has an influence on my work as an environmental educator and all that. But that time I wasn't thinking about trails, I wasn't thinking about conservation, but I think all of that has a little bit of role to play in where I am today, because it has been environment, and environment all through. Thank you.
Can I ask you just to add a little bit, what do your parents think of your work now, or your family overall? Do they understand what it is you're trying to do and support it?
Good question, Delia. Sometimes what they want for me kind of conflicts with what I want for myself.
Well,
And yeah, at some point they had no choice but to support my decision. But then there are other plans for me. But what I'm doing, I feel like if I'm not doing it, then I don't see purpose in the life I'm living. So it's, if you take it away from my life, I don't see anything else I can do, honestly. So yeah, they didn't support 100%, but with the strides I'm making, with the effort I'm putting in, and the seriousness, slowly they're beginning to, see reasons to support.
Yeah, well, it's so inspiring what you're doing. So I'm sure that they'll see that too. Thank you so much.
They'll come around.
Tania, how about for you?
Yes, so for me as a child, we used to go during summertime to the mountains, because in Lebanon, when you live by the sea, it's very hot in summertime. So we go to the high mountains, and for me it was like vacations. So it's connected. The mountains are the vacation, are the freedom to be outside, to play, to discover, to smell the earth, the trees. So it's like a real happiness for me, and it's contagious. So I wanted to make of this a work. So I succeeded to build on, after working for several days in associations and organizations, to build this let's say ExploraLB eco-tour agency, and to be able to live out of my passion and to make it discover also to others as well.
And how do your parents or family feel about what you're doing? Do they understand the reason why it matters to you?
Yes, they understand, and they are supportive also. So my kids, I have two kids, they are also into nature, and we go all together and enjoy the outdoors. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Good, thank you. And Brian Lee, how about for you? What was it in your childhood that made you choose this direction?
Yeah, I think for me, it was not about my family, but more because of the pandemic, I think. Because during the pandemic, we couldn't travel abroad, so people in Taiwan started going to the mountains instead. And it was also during that time when I started hiking. And yeah, when I got into university, I wanted to find a club that also goes hiking. But the hiking club at NTU is more of, they go on more advanced treks and not on normal trails. So yeah, that's why I started participating in events such as eco-craft trails. Yeah.
And does your family see this as a good, viable career direction for you?
My family supports me in my career as a sustainability consultant, but I'm not sure. But I'm also trying to figure out other possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still figuring it. Yeah, you're young. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. I think that when we look at our childhoods and think about what was it that was that spark in our childhood that made us choose this direction, that helps us understand how we can be good place-based and trails-based educators, because we want to create those same experiences for young people that we see you guys doing. And Brian Ekuri, your slides, just looking at those little kids' faces all lit up is so inspiring. You're obviously doing that.
Thank you.
Tatla, I didn't know if you or if anyone else has a question that they'd like to ask. Well, we have this esteemed group.
Actually, I have one question. So I just want to ask the three of you. So now you work in conservation and ecotourism, nature. So for the future, now you're satisfied with your choice, with what you do now, and your next steps. Are you still gonna, how we say it, are you still gonna make your work bigger? Are you satisfied with your choice in conservation after you did it all these years?
Okay, thank you for your question. For me, when I had my advanced level and I wanted to go to university, I immediately applied to study environmental science. But because I did not have mathematics, I wasn't taking for that course. So I took a plan B, which was to go for geography. So I applied for geography and I was taken. I studied geography. I had my BSc, and then with the BSc, of course, I had I think a first class. Yeah, first class. With that BSc, I applied for environmental science. So from there on, I applied for job roles in national parks. I volunteer, but I don't want to say anything negative, but I wasn't lucky to get like a job in the national park that was in my own locality. So I started thinking about how I can actually make the most out of my own education, what I have learned so far. So that's why I started a youth group called Earthlight Ambassadors, and everything that we do is not like it's funded by someone, but sometimes we get small grants here and there to make it happen. And I see it becoming a big organization in the nearest future to reach out to young people, especially in the subdivision that I'm from, those 99 villages, to make sure that they get to love nature, get to understand what environmental education is, get to understand forest, wildlife, trails, and all that. So that's what's up for me. Thank you.
Tanya.
So yes, for me, I'm like aware that I will stay on this field, and I'm happy to be like attending trainings, and I'm looking forward to be more and more involved. I would love also to approach schools and make some outings for them on a yearly basis, to make them go out more often and discover nature, and perhaps have like a kind of interesting approach and discoveries, as well as the inclusive tourism, and merging the people with special needs with also like other kids from the same age, and getting to make them more be together and more aware of exchange and doing outings all together. So this is a little bit my vision. And I would love also to bring people from abroad to come to Lebanon and discover our lovely country, hopefully.
Hopefully. So thank you, Tanya. Brian?
Hey, thank you, Taka, for the question. And yes, I do see myself continuing my career in conservation and sustainability. Whether I'm working in trail stewardship, sustainable tourism, or ESG consulting, I think I see conservation and sustainability as not as one career path, but also as a lens that I can that shapes how I approach any project. So I think I will definitely continue in this field, but I also hope to expand my options and continue learning along the way. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Galia, anyone else have a question?
And what I think I might do is invite our three speakers just to have any kind of closing statement. If you'd like to give a little bit of advice to people who are trying to do trails-based education, what would you tell them? How should they get started? What's important to include? Any bit of advice for all the people who are wanting to do this work, but maybe don't quite know how, or anything else you have to say. So just a very brief closing statement, whoever is ready, or we can go in the same order.
Yeah.
Why don't we
In
do
the
it in
same.
order? Okay, so Brian Ekuri.
Yeah, so for me, I would say that the future belongs to young people. Conservation of efforts to protect and promote trails should also think about young people and utilize any media that will keep them engaged and give them an experience that is worth thinking about wherever they may be at any age or at any point in time. Maybe utilizing art and learning from what their interests are, and then using those interests to kind of keep them engaged in trail work and environment work. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. Good environmental education, start where they are. So that's great. Tanya, how about for you?
So for me, I would say perhaps that making like young people do some volunteering in the sustainable and to get to know more about the environmental aspect of each country or the area where they are living. Perhaps doing trainings that are accessible for youth to be able to discover more the outdoor, the trail, the importance also of nature and the reserves that are surrounding their areas. Awareness, it would be really appreciated if perhaps the government make some efforts. I'm talking a little bit about my country to promote and to make people and youth be aware of the importance of our mountains, of the water, of the sea, because I think we have a bit of issues in this field.
Yeah.
So this is it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And last words go to you, Brian.
Yeah, so my message is that it's okay to start small, because I myself also started as a participant in one of our activities and later on joined the management team and later on became president. So I think it's okay to start small, and you can just join a local trail activity or volunteer group and you can learn from the trail and learn from nature. So trail education is not just about knowledge, but also about experience and connection, and it grows with every activity and every step you take. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, all three of you, so much. I feel so inspired. It's where I am, and I'm ready to go have a great day based on the time I've spent with you. So thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who joined today and to all of you watching this in a video. We're really excited that you're able to join us, and keep in mind the Education and Inclusive Engagement Task Team is always looking for more people to join us. You can find out more at info@worldtrailsnetwork.org. So looking forward to seeing some more of you. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.